Hey, Minister JNS, I see you. This is just my holiday holding image while I get ready for the scope. Wait for a few people to join us. Hi, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. We're going to get started in a second. These are the Christmas cards I got for clients and friends and family this year. All right. Hey everyone, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Sandra Gabriel here for another episode of PR FAQs. Today I'm talking about how to kickstart your brand on social media. And, I have to caution you that if you're just launching your brand and you don't have a huge budget, then social media is definitely where you want to go, because maybe you can't build a website yet, or you can't create a complete brand identity. But social media for the most part is free, and it has lots of people. I mean, Facebook has millions of billions, Twitter has millions of billions. I mean, there's people everywhere on social media, so it's a great place to kickstart your brand if you're not working with much of a budget. So here we go. The very first thing, now there's some debate between design is king and content is king, and I'm a firm believer that design is king, because if I come to your website and it doesn't look like a well-designed brand, I'm, gonna think that maybe this is a low-budget brand. Sorry, I have to say it. I don't want to be mean, but sometimes I go to certain websites or I see certain designs and I think, okay, those people need some design help. So the very first thing that you're gonna want to get sorted in your social media is your brand design. Now, if you don't have a huge budget, you can go on to Fiverr.com. Lots of sellers there who do lots of graphic design. But the first thing you should do before going to Fiverr is find some examples of designs that appeal to you. So your customers might like certain colors, or they like certain styles, so you're going to want to mimic something similar. And I always say you are your own best customer, so if it appeals to you, chances are it will appeal to your customers. So find something that you like, and then hop onto Fiverr.com and look for sellers who do logos, who do Facebook covers, and things like that, to help you with designing your social networks. The piece of advice I'd give you is to make sure you check out their portfolio, because not a lot of them design in a style that would relate to you or relate to your brand. So check out their portfolio, see what kind of designs they have in there, and if it matches the kind of style that you like. And even more importantly is to check out the reviews, because you want to make sure you're working with someone that people actually liked working with and that delivered good work. So check out Fiverr.com and see if you can find someone on there to help you. Another resource that you can go to is Canva.com. I use Canva a whole lot. My graphic designer is probably laughing at me now because she knows I kill Canva. Canva has lots of templates, whether it's for Facebook covers, Twitter covers, social media posts, blog posts, magazine layouts that they have on there now. There's lots and lots of great templates on there that it's just a matter of changing the color or changing the font. Or you could even change around the layout a little bit, but you can keep the style clean, nice, professional style, and use that for your Facebook covers or your social media, or even your posts that you're going to be putting on your social media. So design for me is the very first thing. The next thing is your bio. So you want to make sure your bio is consistent across the board. So whatever bio you have on Facebook, you should have it on Twitter, you should have it on your Instagram, so it's consistent. Every time people come on your different social networks, they should know who you are and not see a different bio or description there. The other thing you can add to your bio is kind of like a cross promotion. So if you're on my Facebook page, you might see, PR girl, brand stylist, and check me out on Twitter. So you'll get the link to my Twitter if you're on my Facebook. If you're on my Twitter, you might see, check me out on Facebook with my description, of course. So have your bio consistent, something short and sweet that people can consume, and then try to add some cross promotion to your other social networks or even to your website if you have it ready. The next thing is engagement. So what you're going to do with engagement is find the media and influencers and bloggers that you want to connect with or that you want to associate your brand with, or even other brands that you know your potential customers will follow. So if it's Oprah Magazine, for example, I know, lots of my potential customers read Oprah Magazine. So I'm going to follow them on Facebook, or I'm going to like them on Facebook and engage with them. Either like an article, or I'm going to comment on certain articles, or I'm going to share certain articles. But don't, just go saying anything. I mean, even I'm guilty of seeing certain posts and I'm like, oh, that's very inspirational, or this is a great post, I'd love to share it. But you want to try to add a little bit of your own thought leadership or your own expertise into something relevant. So you might see, if you're in fashion, you might see Oprah posted something great about the fashion industry. That's an opportunity for you to comment. It's almost equivalent to having your own little comment in her magazine, because all the people who follow her are going to read those comments. So go in, make a comment or like something. You could even like the comments that other people put in, because that, again, is going to bring exposure to your brand. And on Twitter, it's the same thing. You can tweet and retweet from other people. You can repost tweets if you wanted to, and just make sure you tag the other brands that you're following. So engagement is very important. Even if you don't have the design done on your page, at least, try to start to follow and get a feel for the kind of content that people are putting out there. The next thing is your content. So for this, you're going to need a social media calendar. So we're in December right now. I would advise you to start to create your January calendar. And what you're going to put on your January calendar is any promotion of your products and services. So don't kill it, but let's say every week, you put it on rotation. You promote your top service on the first week, and then you have like your lower end service on the second week, and a lower end service on the third week, and then you just repeat, the next week, the next week, the next week, promoting your services and your products. Contests, giveaways, any specials, any discounts also make great content to promote your brand. And then, of course, if you're a blogger or if you like to write, share your expertise and your thought leadership in a blog or in an article that you can put in as your content as well. But you don't want to make it all your content and your branding, because people will get bored very quickly. Make sure that you're adding in content from your sources, like the media and the bloggers that you also follow. They might have some relevant content that you can put onto your pages as well. Or you might add in some different lifestyle elements, like some health tips or great movies to watch this weekend, just to mix it up and find some other way to relate to the people who are following you. So get your calendar, put all of that on there, and just make sure you stick to your schedule. That's the most important thing. I live and die by my calendar. And I think you should do the same thing when it comes to social media, because you want to be as consistent as possible. So to recap, very first thing, you're kicking off your brand on social media. Make sure it looks good. Get yourself ready for the ball. Hop onto Fiverr, hop onto Canva, get some really nicely designed Facebook cover, a nice profile page. You could even, the post that you want to put up to promote your services, you can find templates for that on Canva as well. So make sure you have something really nicely designed that you're putting out onto your social networks. The next thing is engagement. So don't just create a page and sit there. You got to go out, see who's out there, follow them, like them, check your feeds, read what other people are posting, share what other people are posting, comment on what other people are posting. And don't forget the other commenters. They are also crucial to this whole equation. Like their comments as well, respond to their comments as well. It's a community that you're building. So interaction is very important. And then your content. So you got your calendar ready. Start to drop into your calendar the days that you're going to promote your products, the days that you're going to put out your blog posts, the days that you're going to promote other people's content. Maybe one of the influencers that you followed has an event coming up this weekend, so you can put that onto your calendar as well. So those are the tips that I have for kickstarting your brand on social media. Hopefully you've gotten some great insight from today's scope. Don't forget that PR Life is now live. If you need to define your brand or connect with the media or grow your following, then PR Life is the program for you. Just log into sandragabriel.com, click on PR Life in the menu, and you'll see all the information there for signing up. And then lastly, don't forget to find and follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Do a search for Sandra Gabriel, and there I'll be. And in the spirit of the holidays, Merry Christmas, everybody. Have a happy holiday. I wanted to share with you my tree in the background. That's my fashion statement tree, because it's like no other tree, and I absolutely love it. I think it's beautiful. So thanks again for joining, and have a great week. Ciao.